How's that to start a video? A Via train idling. I saw it moving very slowly and then it stopped. Oh, I guess it's yielding for that GO train. This is the Lakeshore West line. I thought the GO train service wasn't going to operate this weekend at Etobicoke GO. But I guess not, because I saw somewhere that it wasn't going to run. Like last week, I was going to take the GO train on the Lakeshore East line towards Guildwood. But then the sign said that there's no train service for that weekend. And it said somewhere it was going to be the same this weekend as well. But no, the GO train is still running. I took the Via train in August. My dad and I went to Ottawa by Via train. And basically, there were fewer station stops on the way back. However, it took even longer to get back from Ottawa despite the fewer stops, all because the train just likes to stop and stop and stop along the way, and it's really annoying. It took me 5 hours and 3 minutes to get to Ottawa and 5 hours and 9 minutes to get back, and I thought the train ride would be shorter because of the fewer stops, but no, it just kept on stopping every 5 seconds. So anyhow, the trees over there tend to look a little bit like spring, even though it's technically fall. And I believe this is something called South Humber Park. Despite being a nature enthusiast, I have the tendency I always forget the names of the city parks, which doesn't really make me a typical nature enthusiast if I do, because I'm supposed to be knowledgeable about the different city parks, and yet I can't even name, you know, I mean, okay, there's a lot of city parks in the city of Toronto, so of course I cannot memorize them all. But if I'm doing a hiking video through a city park, I should be able to tell the name of it if I'm walking right through it. And even if I look at the maps application, it's like water off a duck's back, because it doesn't help me remember. But anyhow, I've never walked along here. I've never hiked along this path ever. So I'm gonna use it for the first time. There's an abandoned tire here. Some of the leaves are a bit yellow. The chlorophyll is still there. That's why the leaves are still green. I mean, they're not making chlorophyll anymore. But you'll notice that some of the leaves are still a little bit green because the chlorophyll is becoming unmasked. Like the yellow and orange is underneath. Technically, it's underneath the green masking. It's just being masked by chlorophyll, but then it's being unmasked in the fall. So yeah, I don't really like leaves that have the black spots on it. I just think it's just doesn't look as good. Now we've got a couple of Canada geese. Over there is the Humber River, though you can't see it very well. But that's what it is behind all those bushes, the really tall grass. So that being said, because we're still west of the Humber River, we are technically in Etobicoke. And I don't suspect this will be a very long hiking video because according to the maps, all it does is go around. It just heads north and then it's going to turn just up ahead. Definitely a nice day for a walk. Earlier today, I was at D-Spot Desserts on the Queensway, and I was going to get myself a Twisted Tornado, but I got myself a milkshake instead. The milkshake I got for myself, oh, that's more like it, more like fall. The milkshake is called Kid in Me milkshake. Yeah, Kid in Me, which is a cotton candy with whipped cream and sprinkles. It's kind of like birthday cake flavor. It comes with cotton candy on the outside and whipped cream on the top. And it just tastes like a birthday cake milkshake. But I must say it's pretty good, though it did make me a little bit nauseous after finishing it. I feel like I'm somewhat lactose intolerant. Because, any sweet treats, as much as I like them, they tend to nauseate me a bit. Let's see what's over there. Oh, there's 2 secret pathways. I'm not going to go too far in. Well, for you-know-what. I'm not going to explain why, because I've already said it so many times. Okay, I don't think it goes that far anyways. Maybe it does, but to me it looks a little bit like a dead end. I'm not going to go over there and try to find out. Definitely a nice day for the cyclists. Maybe I'll take a bit of pictures here. There we go. Now, the reason I got myself the milkshake is because that location doesn't sell Twisted Tornadoes. Not every D-Spot location sells Twisted Tornadoes. I don't know why. First I thought it was a seasonal thing, but then I looked it up on the internet on my phone and it said, according to AI, yes, it is served year-round. It's just not available at all locations. But there's a lot of hot drinks there that I want to try, and we're getting into the cooler season, so why not take advantage of it? But, milkshakes are still pretty cold. So, I guess that counts as a cold drink. But I preferably wanted a Twisted Tornado. But, you know what? That can wait another 7 months. Not a problem. I just wanted to enjoy the cold treats now while the weather still persists. Like, I want to enjoy some cold treats while the weather is still warm or hot. because soon it's going to turn too cold to enjoy frozen treats. I can hear music in the background. I think that might be Adele. Yep, that's Adele. That song takes me back to grade 6. Okay, maybe we shouldn't get too close if we don't want to get copyrighted. I mean, the song is almost over anyways. I don't think YouTube will pick up on it because the volume, it's not loud enough for YouTube to pick up on it. There's a squirrel right there. There's some things that I can hear with my bare ears that you guys can't. So it's not like YouTube's going to copyright me just because of, just because it hears volume 1 of some particular sound. Especially if it's only for a few seconds. The music has to be well heard in the video in order to get copyrighted, but still. And besides, I would love to check out this forest anyways. Because I don't know when I'm going to come back to this park. I mean, I live not too far from here, but still. Whoa, almost tripped on a twig. I'm trying to figure out what that song is. It sounds very familiar. Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. I feel like I've heard that song before, but I'm not sure what it is. It's a squirrel. I've been told that deer don't normally attack people, but I'm not the type of person that likes to take chances, particularly when it comes to wild animals. Looks like somebody's having a party over there. It definitely feels much cooler in the shade. What the heck is that? Is that a squirrel or a deer? I can see the sunny biking path, so the exit of the forest, so we're gonna see if we can, as much as I like forests, I don't want to stay in here too long, in case of you know what. So like I talked about in my previous video, I just got accepted into a training program, and that's going to affect the frequency on when I make content. So that being said, I won't be able to make as many videos. I'll have less time to make videos starting this coming week. I'm quite excited for the training program. I think it'll be beneficial for me. But I do explain more in detail about it in my previous video, walking down Islington Avenue. What is that? That sounds like a chipmunk. That looks like a chipmunk. Okay, well, I'm not afraid of chipmunks. These guys are harmless. In fact, they're very cute. I definitely have been to this part of the forest before, because those foresty trails, they definitely look like somewhere I've been to before. But I'm gonna continue walking back the other direction, because I know last time I was here, I mostly checked out the forest trails, but I didn't, I'm curious to know what the biking path looks like. So I'm going to go back to where I heard that music and then end the video off from there. There's some kind of a pesticide, according to the sign here. Looks like a tiny creek down there, which flows into the Humber River, if not Lake Ontario. Well, Humber River does flow into Lake Ontario. I'm not sure if that flows directly into Lake Ontario or if it goes into the Humber River first. There's a squirrel right there. Hey, Mr. Squirrel, how are you doing, bud? Come on, look at the camera. I want to take a picture of you. Come on, look at the camera. Hey. Psst. Come on, I don't bite. Oh, well. Who cares? Wait, oh, he's looking at the now he's hiding behind the log. I guess he doesn't want to be very visible to the camera. Like, as soon as I zoomed out, he looked at the camera, but then when I zoomed back in, he hid his identity again. Oh my gosh, a spider just landed on my hand. I had to blow it off. I think it's coming from one of those houses right there, from the backyard. It sounds a little bit like Shawn Mendes. Yeah, the music is coming from the backyards, one of the backyards here, not from the park. So anyhow, I'm gonna sit down on this bench and then wrap things up. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more transit, walking, and nature videos coming your way. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Peace out.